Hello, this is Mitchell with Visionary Hydroponics. I wanted to share my veg tent with you. Just a few things that may help you if you're a new grower. And this is how I rock the veg tent. So environmental control. I have a small heater hooked up to a controller. That allows, in my opinion, growing is all about environmental control, and then that's the hardest thing is controlling your environment. So if you can get into some controllers, that's fantastic. This will control that heater, so if it gets cooler than 30 degrees, it will kick on during the day. If it gets cooler than 26-27 degrees Celsius, the heater will kick on. So instead of using timers and making it more complicated, these things work really well. Humidifier, depending on where you live, but you may need a humidifier. I live in Western Canada, it's quite dry here, so I need a humidifier in here for my seedlings. You also need a circulation tent, a circulation fan. Important to circulate the air through your tent to keep just circulating that hot air that's building up at the top, but also to strengthen your plants. You need air moving across those seedlings to make them strong and grow properly. So, just any small circulation fan will do. You want to have air in and air out of your tent. You do not want to have a stagnant tent. So, opening up one of these small vents that are located on the bottom, that allows cold air to come in from the bottom, and then I open the door, the small vent on the door. That allows hot air to escape from the top. So we're always pulling in fresh air, and it's just moving up from the bottom to the top. We also have a small circulation fan on top. So that's just circulating. This one's more for air circulation, blowing around that hot air, mixing it around the tent as it comes. Fresh air comes from the bottom and exits the top. And then this smaller one is for the seeds. You'll see the 4-port air pump, which I talk about. A lot of people ask me, what should I get? This is a cheapo from Topfin, so doesn't create a ton of bubbles, doesn't create a ton of noise. So ideal if you're growing somewhere where you don't want a lot of noise. But as you can see, I didn't need all 4 ports. So I just connect 2 of them together to maintain more pressure into the 2 lines that I do have going into the deep water culture solution. As the plants mature, they'll need their own HydroBucket, so then you can use the 4-port pump to supply air to all 4. So I always recommend buying the 4. Also, I keep this outside of my tent. I'm maintaining a hot environment, an ideal environment for my plants inside the tent. But that temperature, I don't want that temperature inside the fluid. So by keeping this air pump outside of my tent, that allows it to draw, where's the filter on this one? That allows the air to be drawn, cold air to be drawn from the outside of the tent and injected into the fluid, which just helps it, stay as cool as possible. Temperature, fluid is one of the things that we have to maintain and keep an eye on. So that is it. These are autoflower seedlings, so I really recommend them for new growers. They're not as sensitive to light schedules and light leaks and any of that. So you can really just plant them and give them light, and you'll probably have good success with autoflowers as a new grower. It's a great way to get into growing. So I hope that is helpful, and we'll see you again. Peace.